Today I'm going to show you how to make a plaster tool for grinding a mirror. Although my example here is actually a lens, but it's the same thing. You take some plastic from a Walmart bag and cut a little circle, tape it down to the back, just so that whenever you can get it off the plaster after it sets. Then you take a piece of I use aluminum flashing and curl it around your mirror, or lens in this case. Curl it up tight. You see I previously used this, but just keep using it over and over. And take some tape and tape it tight up against your part. Like so. Okay, so next step is to whip up a batch of plaster and pour it in. It's kind of like this consistency here. Just kind of guess the amount. I should have enough here, I think. I use regular plaster. Some guys like the dental plaster. I don't think it makes a whole lot of difference. When I'm finished, I just give it a coat of polyurethane, and I haven't had any trouble with it, so I don't bother with dental plaster. And the amount is pretty good here. It looks like I got it pretty thick. Because it's better too thick than too thin. I like to try to get the bubbles out and try to make it level. You want to put it on a level surface. And see all those bubbles coming out. You want to do put some plastic down so your wife doesn't get all mad at you. And then you can also use the plastic to just shake it down level. There's bound to be bubbles in there, but the main thing is to try to keep it level. After the plaster has solidified, and this is the next day, but you don't have to wait that long. Probably an hour or two. You can just take it apart, take the tape off, and then take off the dam, and then this should pull right off. And then you have a nice cast of the curve. And then I'll want to take a deburring tool and clean up the edges, and then take a straight edge and then strike the backside until it's flat, and then let it set for a few days to dry out. Now this part's a bit messy, so you want to do this outside. Just take a deburring tool, go around the edge. Does a real nice job. Do a little bit more on the back side. Then take a straight edge and scrape it. Keep changing directions. And it'll make the back side flat. just rotating it. Yeah, straight edge is a little rusty, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so after they dry, just take some, I like spray urethane and just coat them good. It kind of soaks into the plaster, but you'll have to give them a couple of coats. And then make sure you get top and bottom. This is a telescope mirror, but these are refractor lenses, but it's all the same. Okay, so after the plaster tools are dried and coated with polyurethane, I have a couple of them here. I need to put something on to grind the glass with. You can use ceramic tile. Some people use that. But actually, the best thing to use is pennies. Good old American penny. And I just scatter a bunch of them on the tool. You don't need to have 100% coverage. You just need about that many pennies. You don't want to put them in an exact orderly row. They shouldn't be exactly evenly spaced. They need to be kind of random. Although you do need to have the ones on the outside kind of. You don't want any large gaps too close to the edge. But they really kind of need to be randomly distributed, but not evenly spaced, if that makes any sense. And that's probably the way I'd make it right there. So, what I do, I take a fine tip Sharpie and I just go around each penny. As you can tell by the airplane, I'm working outside. It's a beautiful sunny day, so great day to be working outside. Okay, so what I want to do now is to pitch my pennies on. To do that, take a torch and a hunk of pitch, and I melt drops of pitch in each circle. I hope it's not too windy out here for me to do this, but I just kind of make a spot about yay size and drip it on each one. Okay, so I've got all my spots of pitch on my tools here. So I'm just going to lay a penny on each one of these, like so. And make sure you're using all the same type of pennies. The later ones are made out of zinc. Some of the old ones, I forget what year it is, they changed from copper to zinc. And just set it on each one of these. The next step is to heat them up and press them in place. And for this I use a 1/2-inch dowel, square on the end. And what I'm going to use it for is to not burn my fingers and just to press down on each penny. So blast it for just a couple of seconds with the torch on each one. And push down on it and try to keep it flat, but don't squeeze it to where everything squeezes out. You just want it to stick a little bit. Yeah, see, I got that one too hot. It's still moving. Plus, this is a steep curve. And this just to get good contact with the penny. And then what I'll do, I'll warm it up later and press it against the part so all the pennies are at the same level. Okay, the last step we want to do is to, once we get our pennies on here, is to press it against our part. And you want to take a piece of aluminum foil, and basically we're going to, the pitch under here will press down so that all the pennies will be touching the part. And I'll make sure we get the right lens on the right part. And these are the lenses, but there's really no difference between that and the mirror. So I'm going to stick them in the oven on the lowest heat I can get, which is about 200 degrees, I think. Don't want to heat them up very much, and you have to be careful. The foil is so that they don't stick together. I can go down to about 180 in my oven. So I'm going to stick these together in the oven. And you don't want to heat them very long. The idea is just warm them up enough so that you can press all the pennies into contact with the glass. Kind of like later when we press the pitch against the mirror for polishing.